Morning, Captain. Good to see you. What do I think about Grab? Well, it had earnings this morning. Oh, I need to unlock my montage from yesterday. Okay. It had earnings this morning, JSpec. So we're going to look at Grab. I was just looking at lows, but I got the wrong ticker. So there's your Grab. Good earnings this morning. And that's why it popped up. Conversely, you can look at a few others that had earnings this morning that didn't fare so well, like Target, for example. Target, that's bad earnings, so that popped down, and it's just consolidating. So right now, it's Grab is good earnings, just consolidating sideways. Hazer. I've just not been looking at the charts this morning. I've been struggling trying to get my merch store up and running. It's up and running. It's just people can't check out now because the shipping's on. So I'm kind of looking at that. They think it'd be a lot easier than it actually is. That's fine. Check out. Shipping and delivery, that's why. Not quite managed to get it. Yeah, I'm good, man. Steve, how you doing? No, Alistair. It doesn't. I should put some discount codes in there, but let's get it so people can actually check out first. Yeah, so Carnival had a good run yesterday, but not so much today. well, after hours yesterday, it absolutely tanked. So look at this on the 15. You can see this absolutely tanked after hours yesterday. What's the market headline today? There isn't one as far as I'm aware. EDSB, probably the one that's moving up right now. Ooh, that was a nice little pop. This is continuation from last week, beginning of the week on Monday. The cervical cancer catalyst had a good day yesterday. Good day pre-market on Monday. It kind of into the close. This is where this popped up yesterday. Well, this has gone from like $5 to almost $10, so it's doubled in value. Yeah, it made a quick spike. I saw that. That's why I just jumped across there, Captain. Yeah, shipping rates, I think, is the problem that I've isolated, Alistair. So don't know how to set that up. We'll see. We shall see. Recovery stocks. Yeah, CCL. I'm not overly. I'm not overly convinced with. I mean, it went up to above. It's had $10. Went up to $10 briefly after selling off from over $11 last night. But look, we'll see what happens. Where's my music? That's better. Okay, right. Stop trying to multitask, Tony. Concentrate on the trading. Well, I'm not. I'll tell you what my thoughts are of Beyond Meat and other meat substitutes and things like that. You may get offended by this analogy, but it's, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sticking to it. So the same thing with alcohol-free gin. I saw an advertisement for Gordon's alcohol-free. I'm like, well, what's the point? The same thing with these meat-free burgers. It's not a burger. If it's a meat-free burger, it's a vegetable patty. That's what it is. It's not a burger. Okay. Eating a meat-free burger or a plant-based burger is like going down on your sister. Yes, it might taste the same, but that shit is wrong. It's just wrong. You don't do it. Okay. Same thing with alcohol-free wine or alcohol-free gin. It might taste the same, but it's just wrong. Okay. That's all I'm doing. That's the last I'm saying about that. So I'm a carnivore. I can live on meat. I can't live on vegetables. That's simple as that. All right, let's have a look at Grab. Oh, you might like that one, Dave. It's that lowbrow humour. Exactly, Alistair. You just don't do it. Have you seen what goes into a meat-free burger? Enough said. Right, there's not a lot moving today at all. Now, I did have, we've got any IPOs today? Let's have a quick look. I've not done my research this morning, so I apologize, guys. I've been busy on other things. Today's the 16th, so no. We've got Bullfrog and Adamas one tomorrow, but nothing today. We did have Acrivon yesterday. This was Acrivon. This was an IPO yesterday. It just steadily climbed. Not great volume, but if you look at it on the 15-minute, it launched yesterday and it was a steady climber into the close. So it could be one to watch. I'm going to put that on the watch list just for the sake of it. Slightly down at the moment from yesterday's close, but it's an IPO. They can do various things. Well, what's the point in What's the point in drinking a 0% Guinness? I mean, I stand by the question. But I'd rather have a cup of tea than a 0% Guinness. If I'm going to have a drink, let's face it, alcoholic drinks, by definition, most alcoholic drinks are not the most palate satisfying beverage. They're not geared up to satisfy your palate, really. In the main, they have a dual functionality. So to get something that doesn't taste as good as you can get with soft drinks or a nice cup of tea or coffee or whatever, and it's not got alcohol. Give me a hot chocolate. I'll drink a pint of hot chocolate before I'll drink an alcohol-free Guinness. I mean, come on. How can you adapt to small caps being slow? Be a sniper. Essentially, you've got to be a sniper. Two things about that. Adapting to the small caps being slow is if you can either graduate up to mid caps, you're going to need leverage, or you just be a sniper. It means that you've got to try and maximize the profits you make on one stock a day. You've got to wait for the right setup. Now, going back 12 months, 18 months, there was 10, 12, at least a dozen movers on any given day. So we're not in that bull market right now. So we always get at least one mover. Just make sure you're well positioned to take advantage of it. Kids are giving up drinking. Oh, well, look, fair enough. I mean, a lot of kids are giving up drinking, but I mean, they're taking a lot of those energy drinks instead. So again, if you're going out, those energy drinks are what a lot of the kids are drinking. But let's face it, they're not. They're taking other substances. They're imbibing other substances nowadays, as opposed to just alcohol. So yeah. But you know, you do you. I will stick to my analogy, and that's why I don't drink alcohol-free beverages. Well, I do drink alcohol-free beverages. I don't drink zero alcohol beverages. You know, you get where I'm coming from. I don't have alcohol in my tea or in my. Right, moving on. Let's have a look at Hood. What are the big news aside from the rocket in Poland yesterday? What's the big what's the big news this today? Yeah, kind of futures are flat, so I'm kind of seeing that. Target lows, Carnival, not having great days. Home builder stocks rebound? Not really. FTX's collapse leaves employees sick with anger. Donald Trump's announcement. So, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of movement, really. I mean, Kevin Spacey's been charged with more offences in the UK. That's I don't know what that's got to do with the market, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything really worth writing home about that's going to impact the market. So I guess we're just going to have to wait. It's a bit of a slow news day, a bit of a slow stock market day. There's not a lot of volume, not a lot of volatility today. It's going to be one of those days where I think you're going to have to be a sniper. You're going to have to be positioned well enough to take advantage of that stock when it does come along, and get in quick, get out, and walk away with some gains. Grab probably would have been the one to try if you got early trading. I couldn't do grab anyway because the move had passed by the time I was able to trade. So let's see what else we can do. But just a case of sit and wait, I guess. Sit here and wait. First world issues, absolutely. Absolutely, Imran. Asda and Lidl limit the supply of eggs due to supply issues. You know what you should do? Just get yourself a chicken. You'll never be short of eggs. There you go. This is a slow day. Look, I'm old enough to remember the last time it was this high, Imran, in the UK, the inflation. So and that's always the case. It's not so much. Look, we all succumb to FOMO there, Don, and I'm no different. I've done it so many times, particularly pre-market. You see something moving, you chase the momentum, thinking I want to get on this, and it doesn't sustain. And right now, there's nothing sustaining. There is nothing really moving. I mean, let's have a look at some of the larger cap stocks that could be. Let's have a look at what we traded previously. Meta, it's just sideways like the market. AMD we traded yesterday with the PPI pump, sideways like the market. Let's have a look at the markets themselves, slightly down and sideways. You can see it's just very choppy sideways. It gapped up slightly. I mean, it sold off after hours, and then it gapped up to pretty much where the close was. It's selling off, so pretty much as you were. It's just sideways at the moment across the markets and most stocks that are following suit. So there's Nvidia's got. Actually, let's have a look at Nvidia, because Nvidia's got earnings drop tonight, and let's have a quick look at the calendar, shall we? I'll pull this up. Right, who's got earnings today? So Spire, no, not interested. Of course, TGAX companies, they've already dropped their earnings, so EPS of 86 cents. Grabs already dropped their earnings. Zim, you see that that is has moved up already slightly, but they move up when the earnings, and if you're not in there, you've kind of missed it. Target dropped their earnings, sold off, as did Lowe's, not having great days. Looking at CureVac, Golden Ocean. Let's have a quick look. Nvidia this evening. Got earnings this evening. Best earnings this evening. Bath and Body Works have got earnings this evening. That's pretty much it, really. Cisco is this evening, and Sonos. So there's not it's a fairly quiet day for earnings as well. And let's see if there's any FDAs due out today. So yeah, let's have a look at Ayala. So we've got presentation on Ayala Pharmaceuticals, could be worth watching, and then that one as well. Horizon Therapeutics has FDA. So this is why I love Benzinga, because you can what news is likely to drop. So let's have a quick look at. So this is. Ayala. It's down at 59 cents. A small price, but it's got an FDA decision pending today, so that could be worth watching. I don't know. I won't be trading it, but just goes to show that the kind of information that you can get on these calendars. What else? So we can have a look at earnings, dividends, conference calls, analysts, mergers and acquisitions. Yeah, just get rid of that. I'm telling you what, Don, I'll take you up on that bet. I think that if we get a parabolic mover today, I will drink a beer. And if we don't get a parabolic mover, then you can drink the beer. How's that? So QN, Quintus, 41 cents, moving up, breaking highs. Don't ask me why. I could tell you, but I can't bother looking it up. Well, what else am I going to do right now? It's a slow day. I may as well look up the reason Quintus is moving, shall I? So Quintus authorizes share repurchase program. That's why. That's just dropped 2 minutes ago. We had good earnings yesterday, and it authorizes a share repurchase program. The amount and timing of purchase under the share buyback program is contingent upon cash on hand, cash flows from operations, general market conditions, and other factors. So that's why that's moving up. So read into that what you will. It's a 8.7 million float, currently 42 cents a share. Not a huge amount of short interest. So that's Quintus, C-U-E-N. Yeah, like I say, it's not something that I'm going to be trading, but I figured after Donald Trump's announcement last night, I figured that DWSC might move, but no, that's not at all. Doesn't want to know. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Have a look at the markets. So the Q's selling off. So the Nasdaq's selling off. Right, what's just happened? Right, the retail sales data's just popped in. That's why. So retail sales for October month over month, 1.3% versus the 1% estimate. And the core retail sales month over month is 1.4% versus the 0.4 estimate. And good is bad and bad is good in terms of those numbers, retail sales. If there's more people still spending, it's going to continue to drive inflation higher. And that's why to get inflation down, they need to see spending coming down. Hence the interest rate hikes and things like that. Yeah, that's why the markets had a bit of a dip there, a little bit of a sell-off. So that's the core retail sales numbers coming out. Li Auto moving up. Yeah. Amazon. Yeah. Pineapple Energy. Yeah. Just not seeing any movers. Even Oscar's moving up, but there's no volume. It's a nice little move from 290 to 315, but no volume on it. Well, we'll just basically sit here and should I sing a song? Should I dance? What do we think we should do? The market's not providing any entertainment today, that's for sure. It looks like it's going to be one of those sit on your hands days. Good luck to it. What I will do is I'll show you something that I've been working on this morning. So this is the Trade with Tony merch store. Is now open, but you can't check out yet. So this is the Trade with Tony merch store. So wine tumblers, beanies, hats, t-shirts, whatever. Go through the catalog or the shop or whatever. There's my ugly face. You can see there's quite a lot up there. You get your coffee mug, and you've got the travel mug if you want it. There's even a pet bowl for your pooch. Miyako makes a couple of appearances, mouse mats, etc. So you want to take a look at the actual mug or whatever. You can see this is what it is, and there you go. So that's essentially the merch store. There's sweatshirts and hoodies, various of my slogans. If you want me to put anything up there with a different slogan, then let me know, and I will add it too. As you can see, get green, stay green, and so the merch store is pretty much ready. Just a fat guy on the internet that trades with Tony. So you'll be able to get that in the link tree, and otherwise that will be, you'll be able to order that shortly as soon as I've sorted out the shipping. So yeah, enjoy. That's what I've been working on this morning. Why weren't it? Who's the girl? No trade with Tony. That's for this morning, I'm telling you. Hey Tamimi, hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, no, Imran, Amazon's a good buy. but long term, it's not. It's just choppy sideways at the moment. Today, you look at this on a 15, you can see what I'm talking about. That dipped with the market dropping those retail sales numbers, but yeah, it's choppy sideways. And Amazon for me under if it's less than $100, it's a steal. That's me. I'm just bullish on Amazon. I think it's a good company, and I've got it in my long-term portfolio. So. Well, I can't use TikTok, Imran, because that's a trademark that I would have to pay for. So, yeah, Tough Built did take a bit of a hammering. Just not sure why. I'm looking at this now. Big drop in like 50 cents. But I've got one. I'll be adding to it over the rest of the week, Imran. Anyway, in terms of some of the catchphrases that are in there, volume and volatility. Nobody ever goes broke taking profits. Not the best, but certainly top three. But those kind of things. I'll be adding those. If there's any more of the catchphrases I use that I've forgotten about, let me know, and I'll add that to the roster. Is that what it is? An at the market offer, another at the market offering for Tough Built. So the problem is Tough Built's not making any money, which is why they're going to the stock market to try and raise funds. They're not making anything. I mean, they've got the Amazon partnership, which just isn't fruitful enough for them. Why wasn't I modelling, Alistair? Because I've not actually got the merch. I've funnily enough, I've placed an order, but I've not got. It's not been delivered yet because I only placed it this morning. So, so that's already on there, Imran. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Alcon popped up 67 from 63. That's a big move, but low volume. This is what I'm seeing right now. Is just I'm watching the moves, but there's just no volume on anything. Fubo TV. So I'm not bullish on Fubo either. I mean, it's competing against too many of the others, you know, Rakuten and the rest. Rakuten, whatever. Not a very active morning, I think, is the grab DWAC. I really thought DWAC might do something with as soon as Donald Trump started speaking, but what are you gonna do? Okay, like, guys, what are you watching for today? What do you think we're going to go? Let's go back to the market. So we've got this on the 15-minute chart. You can see very choppy yesterday, but pretty much sideways. A little bit of a sell-off, but sideways. So this was the SPY yesterday. It moved up on the PPI numbers and then sold off. And then this is where the rockets landed in Poland. But then it bounced back and finished the day pretty flat, really. So let me know, is the market going to be bullish today? Is the market going to be bearish? Is it just going to continue sideways, choppy, not do anything, not go anywhere type day? Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, I'll have a look at that for you, no problem, Mohammed. Okay, so W&T offshore. 782s right now. I'll put it on the lower time frame. You can see that there's actually nothing happening. So 782s right now, nobody trading it. So from bearing in mind this is a day trading channel, so from an intraday perspective, it's just there's no trade there right now. There's no volume at all. 2,000 shares been traded all day. We've had 29 trades in the course of those 2,000 shares. So effectively, somebody's been trading 100 shares 29 times, or whatever. So 2,000 shares. It's had a reasonably good period. It's bullish on the daily. If you look at it on the daily chart, so if you're looking at it, it's moving steadily up since July. I mean, it has had swings, but its overall movement is very bullish. So yeah, I mean, make of it what you will. It's not something I would recommend, but if you know the company and you've done your due diligence and you looked into the balance sheet and everything else, might be something you want to take a swing or a long-term punt, then good luck to you. And if you're looking from an intraday day trading perspective, I would say there's probably not trade there. But you do you, boo-boo. How did Macy's get on? Oh, I sold off on the earnings. Ouch. Macy's not having a good day either. Turks. No. There's just not a single stock meets my trade criteria at the moment. So even if we look to the short side, that's a good question. So let's look to the short side. Have we got any short side? So tough built. What you probably find with tough built is it's short sale restricted, so it becomes difficult to trade tough built to the short side because it's short sale restricted. And Tattooed Chef, no volume. TTCF, Tattooed Chef, there's just no volume there. So would you want to trade that? I mean, that's selling off. It's a low price stock anyway. Target, again, not enough volume on Advanced Auto. So Advanced Auto is also selling off hard. There's just not enough volume. So right across the board, we just don't have enough volume on anything. So hopefully, look, it may change. We might get a nice little news drop at the top of the hour, and we've got Foresight Anonymous Holdings has just halted, so that's due to resume at 9. So it doesn't say what the resumption, what the halt is, whether it's a news pending, or it probably is. But so let's have FRSX. So Foresight Holdings. Again, this is too low price for me to trade anyway, but this is halted, so due to resume at 9 a.m. market time in 18 minutes, 17 minutes. So you might want to put that on your watch and see what happens. I wouldn't hold my breath. Carnival. Carnival Cruise Line sold off, but again, just the volume isn't there. Not the range. 2.5% ATR on Carnival as well. So I wouldn't. It's not got the volatility there. You want volatility. You want range. You want volume. There's none of that. If I look at the gappers up and down, we've got 3 gappers that meet the criteria from a volatility point of view, but only tough built with the volume, and that's on the short sales restrictions list. So you can short it, but it's going to be very, very difficult to. Therein lies half the problem with today. It's not just to the long side that we're seeing this lack of volume. It's across the board. So he might have been a decent place to try and short it, because you could have shorted it on the ask, and it would have come up to meet before then selling off. So, but it's again, it's below $3, so I wouldn't be trading that anyway. But that's tough build. So DWAC. Yeah, DWAC's looking, but again, DWAC's on the short sale restrictions as well. So, always a problem. There's no margin issues. RLX, if you want to short it, Ed, good luck to you. I mean, where's it going to go? That's the question. If it's 164, where's it going to go? And it's actually, I wouldn't say it's got a very bearish on the daily. If you look at this, you've got the double bottom here on the daily, so I wouldn't say that's particularly bearish. It's come down here, then we got the double bottom here, it moved up and fulfilled, but then it pulled back and gave you another kind of double bottom here. So, where's it going to go, though? Yeah, I mean, it has been a tough year for retail traders, actually, Don. It's, at the moment, we've been struggling as a community to find this last 6 weeks. The market is just on cold. To put this in perspective, but let's put it across the board in perspective. If I can't take a trade, or I can't take a profitable trade between now and January, I've had a bloody good year. I've actually earned more this year than I earned last year already. So I can't say it's been a bad year. So, and again, zoom out. If in doubt, zoom out. Well, absolutely. It was Teddy. I didn't say that. We're looking for stocks to trade at the moment, Sammy. The market's very quiet. There's not a lot moving. So, unfortunately, they halt trades for volatility, because what can happen is it's a bit like a bank run. When a stock starts to move either to the up or the downside, it doesn't really matter which way, people then try to jump on the momentum, and what they do is they try and cool it off by halting it. If it moves too much, because what happens, if you get the bank run scenario, is that, let's just say we're shorting a stock and it moves down heavily, everybody then starts to short it and it ends up going to zero. If without any safety measures in place and halting the trading, a lot of stocks can get ruined, and it just helps to prevent that manipulation. It's just one more method to prevent manipulation of the stock market there, kangaroos. So they halt trades to prevent that momentum becoming too high for the market to cope with. And they even halt the market if the market falls below a certain level, like 9/11, they halted the markets. I think 2008 they did as well. If the market falls, and they halt the market, and they may even suspend trading for the rest of the day as well on certain occasions, if the market is particularly volatile. Yeah, let's have a look at Baba. Not feeling it on the higher time frames. A 5 minute, say higher time frames, it's still the low time frame. The 5 minutes just sideways chop between the VWAP and kind of the range isn't huge for this 35-cent range on an $80 stock. It's not huge, but look, there's opportunity there, I guess. EWAC, it's actually not bullish today. It made a pop up first thing in the morning, but it's been below the VWAP all morning, and now it's selling off heavily. So that's why you would short it if it wasn't on the short sale restrictions list. So how do you get in? It's not going to come back and find you. So right now the ask is like 23.91. Oh, there you go. You got you could have come. You might have got filled there. Hopefully we'll get a bit of breaking news. So right now I've got gainers and losers, so you can see just what a quiet market is. It's not that there's no gainers. It's not that there's no bullish movement. There's just no movement, bullish or bearish. It's very sideways. Well, Carnival sold off, Target sold off. That's on earnings, but the selling off has done. We had we've got Alcon moving up, but like I say, Grab Holdings really is probably the only thing that I'm interested in taking a look at right now. It's the only thing that's currently 14.5%, which is what I'm looking for. It's something 14% or higher in terms of the intraday moves. If it's not 14%, I shouldn't really be trading it. For it, certainly not for a gap and go. Zim, again, Zim had earnings this morning. Not doing anything right now, but it moved up and then flatlined. So this is Zim on the 15. You can see it spiked up here with the earnings, moved up, but now it's just moving sideways. Not really doing anything. 27.90s. The range is 7.5 cents. The average true range is 7.5 cents, which the ATR is a measure of volatility. And at 7.5 cents, there's just not enough volatility. $30 stock at 7.5 cent ATR. It's not worth the equity risk. What are you guys watching? Is there anything that you guys are watching? Because I'm not seeing anything with any kind of momentum right now. It's definitely right now, I would say, sit on your hands and be patient. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but sit on your hands and be patient. Don't be just jumping into Zim because you've seen a little bit of life sparked into it. It might moon. It might not. No, I don't, Don. So that's an options play, isn't it? If you're an options trader, so in case anybody's wondering what an iron condor is, it's not some kind of new drug out there. It's a complex options strategy, and it consists on buying four contracts, 2 calls, 1 long and 1 short, and 2 puts, 1 long and 1 short, all at different strike prices. And it's just a complex option strategy that people would use on a particular stock. But the answer is, Don, is no. I don't use iron condos. Right, Zim ETFs not even moving. Carnival UK, Carnival Cruise Lines, DNA. Who was talking about DNA yesterday? Ginkgo Bioworks. So again, this is at 246. We've got a 0.5% ATR. So there's no volatility on DNA at the moment, but it has moved up, or moved down rather. It has moved down today. So AMD, let's have a look at AMD, AMC. So AMD is moving down because the market's moving down. You always look at the market. If you see AMD moving, you ask why. First, look at the market. If the market's moving in the same direction, it's selling off. That's why. Very simple. AMC. Let's have a look. That's red on the day, underneath the VWAP, not doing anything. Yeah. It's one of those days. It's going to be a very strange day to try and trade. Walk away from the market, it looks like. I think I might just work on my merch store today and get that bloody shipping sorted out instead of trading, because there's nothing to trade. We've got 4 minutes to the top of the hour. A lot of press releases, a lot of media companies, media management companies will drop the press releases at the top of the hour, 9 a.m. Let's see what happens. Beat. This is Heartbeam. We traded this a couple of months ago. Moving up, volume's coming in a little bit. Let's have a quick look to see if it has dropped any news. I saw the momentum. I wanted to see that there was some momentum before I started looking at it, but it moved up to what, 454, 454. Okay, so here's the news drop from Heartbeam. New Heartbeam patent for 12-lead electrocardiogram smartwatch-based monitor intended for detection of heart attacks and complex cardiac arrhythmias. So they just filed a new patent. If you understood, I actually did understand what that said. But this is the only stock that's just started to move. Currently up 19% on the day, so it's now. Let's have a look at the fundamentals, some of the key data that we need to understand. It's a 6.5 million float. It's 5% shorted, so that shouldn't make much difference. So it's 6.5 million floats. It's a small enough float. It's a news catalyst. Come on, Don. Can you not make your appointment a little bit earlier? Give us all some help. I'll put that on the watch, given that there's nothing else moving. Right, let's have a look. Lumen. So Lumen Technology. My thoughts on Lumen Technology is there's nothing happening intraday at the moment. There's just no volume at all. Sold off hard yesterday. Been selling off hard for the last couple of months actually, since August. I mean, it was up at $11 back in August, but Lumen is just not doing anything. There's no volume. There's nobody trading it. 21,000, and that's the story of the market right now, is that there is nobody trading anything right now. No volume in the market. A little bit of a double bottom here on DWAC, so maybe if we can get what's the high of that candle, 24.47, 24.50 might be worth looking at. Bit of volume comes in maybe. Yeah, absolutely, Jack. So I changed the scanner filters. The filters need to be different for pre-market than what they are at the open. So I get two. So my gap scanner and my momentum scanner. I pop them out so that the default is it's basically a lot lower in terms of volume requirement, because the volume pre-market's a lot lower. So yeah, it's not so much reset, but back to normal. Micron, yeah, just boring day. Very, very boring day. Beat, and that's it. GWAC, PDSB. Yeah, I'm just not. There's nothing moving. You might see some volume come in. All right, so FRXX resumed. Oh wow, that's a big spike up. So this was a halt, spiked up and sold off. So it was a massive gap up. So it halted at 55 cents, and as I mentioned, resumed at the top of the hour at 81 cents. A little bit of move up before selling off. So foresight automation, automation. Absolutely, Alistair. Yeah, I think it might be me snoring at the moment with this market dish. It's like the dog's normally awake, but the market's put her to sleep today. That's how I look at. I can't even trade that. That's just awful. Nothing. This is probably one of the worst days I've seen all year. Pre-market. That's not to say things won't change. I'll just put this back onto the gainers. Back to Heartbeam. Let's watch the paint dry. I mean, SPY. Let's watch the SPY. Okay, guys, let's listen to the music. I'm just watching the news ticker just to see if anything is worth taking a position on, but no, it's not. I think this could be the calm before the storm. Hopefully, this is the calm before the storm, and we start seeing some action. Maybe those rockets into Poland have scared all the traders away. I don't know. What do you want? Don't be looking at me like that with your snottery nose. Not today, finger roller, but overall, yeah. I'm making more now than I did in my 9 to 5 before I started day trading. So to put that into context, it's a lucrative profession. Would I recommend it to other people? No. Yes and no. It can be lucrative, but it's not as easy as I make it look. Certainly. So what I would say is you've got to be very disciplined. It's a profession like any other, and any other high-paid profession. You've got to go to college and you've got to study for. 3 to 6 years, depending on what it is. If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or you know, an engineer, you 3 to 6 years as a minimum in terms of the level of study to earn a similar kind of level of income that I'm earning doing day trading. So you need to treat it as such and educate, you know, invest in the educate, spend time training in a simulator. Don't just jump in and think, okay, this looks easy, buy low, sell high, how hard could it be? It's not that easy. But we're already over 7 figures this year, so you tell me if that's good money or not. My average across the course of the year in 2022, I'm a little over $5,000 a day. So you tell me if you think that's good money or not. That's gross. Obviously, that doesn't include, didn't take into account for transaction fees and commissions, regulatory fees, etc. Doesn't take into account taxes that have to be paid and things like that. That is the gross profit on a daily basis. But yeah, you tell me, is that good money or not? So the Heartbeam had that catalyst drop, the market popped up, no continuation. Seeing that a lot though, guys, is we get a catalyst, something drops, and then there's just no continuation. It pops up, makes it an initial move, and normally you don't want to be jumping in for that initial move, because if you do, you could get left holding bags. But it makes up that initial move, and then you get the first pullback. The break of highs after the first pullback is usually where you want to be getting in, because that's the indication of bullish action and a steady move back up to break the new highs. But we're just not getting that continuation. This one here, for example, it's made its move up on the news drop, it's pulled back, and it's never made a new high. So it's never gone up to retest the highs. It's just no, you know, it then falls below the VWAP and gets rejected. It's now selling off. So we're not getting that sustained move. There's no no continuation, and it's incredibly frustrating at the moment. And it's been like this for about 6 weeks. Not quite as bad as today, but it's been like this for about 6 weeks. So the market's just waiting for a move. Bed Bath and Beyond, little bit of a pop to the VWAP. ATR is 1.5 cents, so there's no volatility there. You can't trade. You need volatility, you need volume. Without one without the other is useless. You're not going to get reliable moves. You need both volatility for the range, and you need volume for, you know, the predictability of the move. Without the other is not tradable. So this is Zim integrated shipping. Had earnings this morning. It's only up 6%. Sideways chop since the earnings. So what are you going to do? CCL or CUK? CUK is moving up on very low volume after the sell-off. You might get a bounce at the open with Carnival. CCL is the same company, just a different class of shares. Carnival Corporation is over the VWAP, over the 200 EMA. 3 cents ATR. Not enough volatility for me to trade it. Right now, I'd rather just take the day off. Wednesday, I think maybe that's what I need to do. I mean, what are we going to trade? No point sitting in front of the desk. How are golf courses in Ireland, Lexter? Oh, some great, fantastic golf courses in Ireland. In fact, Donald Trump himself has got a golf course here in Ireland, and the locals hate him for it. But that's besides the point. No, there's some great golf courses in Ireland. I personally am not a great golfer. I have a friend who's actually a pro golfer, and he coaches. He does that for a living, and I was asking him for some tips because I can defy physics. He's actually explained to me what I've done, but I thought I was defying physics with the golf. So get the big dog out, the 1 wood, the tee off, and I'm the only person that I've ever known that can hit the ball with a 1 wood, give it a fair whack, and it ends up behind me. So that's how good at golf I am. Now, I've been a professional sportsman myself in the past, but to hit a ball with the weight that I can swing and it lands behind me, that's some pretty amazing going. That's defying physics, or at least I thought it was. But he's told me what's actually happened there, which makes sense, but I still think it's pretty amazing to be able to hit the to tee off and the ball lands behind me. I played semi-professional rugby league many years ago, for a couple of years. Well, the thing is, Lexter, it's not so much practicing, but you've got to practice it right. So practice doesn't make perfect, as the saying always says. Practice makes permanent, because if you're practicing, if Golf Pro gives you a tip and you're practicing it, but you're not actually doing it right, you're going to practice and practice, and you're never going to get good because you're actually doing it wrong and you're practicing the wrong techniques. So you need to practice the right things to get perfect, to get good. Practice on its own doesn't make perfect. You need perfect practice to make perfect. But apparently, I was topping the ball. I was coming down on the ball as I was swinging and topping it, so as it was hit the ground with spin and then bounce back and land behind me. And it's happened to me twice. So it makes sense when you think of it that way, that I'm topping the ball when hitting it downwards, and it's hitting the ball and bouncing behind me. But of course, I don't see the action of it bouncing. I'm just seeing it landing behind me. So there you go. Hey, Robert, welcome back. But yeah, there are some great golf courses in Ireland, and some good driving ranges as well. I don't mind the driving range. Going to the driving range for me is a lot better than going to the golf course, because I just got no control. I can hit the ball when I connect properly. I can hit the ball a fair way. I just can't. I've got zero control over it. So it's always off to the left or off to the right or whatever. I might get a good contact and it's down the fairway, probably 1 in 10 or something like that, and it's frustrating for me to do that. So the driving range, where it doesn't matter, you just hit it and wallop it away and take your frustrations out, that's fine. But the golf course I find incredibly frustrating. I miss playing rugby. I've not played it for many years, but I miss playing rugby. I used to be able to get my aggression out on the pitch. Cheers, Robert. Not about the consistent performances. I'm still prone to lapses from time to time. But that's the emotion. That's the difficult thing about trading, is the discipline side of things. Sticking to your strategy, even on days like today, where there's nothing moving. It's such a quiet day today. It's not just that there's no bullish action, there's just no action. So sticking to your strategy on a day like today, being patient, knowing well that, you know what, if you don't take a trade, it's a break-even day. I use Benzinga. So Benzinga Pro platform, that's the scanning software that I use. And yesterday it was relatively easy because I saw the market. I've got the SPY on my watch list charts over here, and as the SPY started to sell off, I didn't even need Benzinga at the time. So as the SPY started to sell off, I know AMD moves with the SPY, so I was able to jump into AMD and follow that momentum on the PPI data drop. So that's what I was able to do with that one. Don, if I could drink stocks like I drink beer, I would. I could drink stocks like I drink beer. No, if I could trade stocks like I drink beer, I'd be a very wealthy man. In my last job, we'd go out, we'd have a few drinks. Whenever I go across to Miami, I have a few drinks, and a lot of the executives were, a lot of the management team were American, of course, in Miami. But they just couldn't handle the drink. Having lived in Ireland for almost 20 years, grown up in the UK, it's like, how can you not handle your drink? A couple of beers in, and they were all falling about, and I was like, I'm just getting started, you know? So, yeah. Trading, a little bit different. Let's have a look at Zim. Zim made a little bit of a pop, broke highs, so Zim could be interesting. I'll put that on the watch list here. I'll get rid of DWAC, that's not doing anything. Beat sold off. Grab's not doing anything. We'll see. I'm not seeing anything. So Zim is the momentum stock of the moment. Well, to be fair, Alistair, most of us are. But it's not a problem unless we call it one. That's all I'm saying on that subject. I need to get me that that wine tumbler. Don't drink and trade. Absolutely, Alistair. 3 glasses of wine with dinner. In the US, they think you're an alcoholic. In the UK, you're the designated driver. And that's so true. I'll look at AMC, but there's nothing happening. He's actually selling off. It's slightly down at 778. The just over 3 cents on the ATR in terms of volatility. There's nothing happening. Nothing happening across the board at the moment. Hopefully, we've got 12 minutes to the bell, so let's see. I should get. I'll have to see if we can get if I can get a wine narrator and brand it. A trade with Tony Wine narrator. That could go down well, even if it doesn't. I'll buy one for myself. I'll have a look, see where I get them from. And performance shipping spiked up to 425, back down to 4, so the volume's just not enough for that to be a trade. Zim is really the one that's showing kind of potential. But 14-cent ATR. Yeah, well, I'll have the shipping issue fixed today on the merch store, so you can stock up on Christmas presents. Day trade with Tony Christmas presents. Well, straight after this stream, I'll make her wait, and I'll get onto that and add the shipping zones. It depends. If most of them are coming from Germany, so a couple of days, I think. But it should say on the when you're in the checkout what the expected delivery time is. Come on, market, do something. Do you know what? It's like I need a stick to poke the market and get it to do something, because it's not doing anything right now. No, you're not stuck with it, Imran. I've told you this before. There's no such thing as being stuck in a trade. The only time you're stuck in a trade is if it's halted and you didn't get out in time, or if you don't have out of hours trading permissions and the market's closed. That's the only time you're stuck in a trade. If you say you're stuck in a trade, it's usually because you're too stubborn to get out for a loss. AMD yesterday, it's pulling back now, $74. But usually, if you're stuck in a trade, it's because you don't want to realize the losses, so you just hold it on hopium, thinking that, well, it's going to go back up eventually. I'll just hold it long and turn your day trade into a swing trade. Cardinal sin for day traders, and too many people do it, is you hold it overnight because you think, well, it might go up tomorrow and it was bullish and before that, and you know, well, actually you could do it. AMD's not a bad one to do that with. So I don't advise anybody to turn your day trade into a swing trade. By all means, turn your swing trade into a day trade. If you hit your take profit levels, nobody ever goes broke taking profits. So if you hit your profit levels, or it starts to look weak, you can exit your swing trade early. But turning a day trade into a swing trade is usually a recipe for disaster. I mean, because the reason that you do it is because it's not going your way. So you're accommodating the trade as opposed to the other way around. So basically changing your trade plan mid-trade. So it's always better to just cut your loss and get out. However, if you wanted to dollar cost average with AMD, it is one of the better stocks to be able to do that with. And on a good day, it can move back up. Will it move back up in the long term? I believe it will, yes. Will it get up to the highs that it did yesterday, $79? In the long term, yes. Will it happen this week? I don't know, maybe not. So it's a case of, okay, you're now holding AMD. The equity that you've got tied up in that, are you happy for that to hold that? And how long are you happy to hold that for? If it's on leverage, it could be a problem. If it's in a cash account, or you're just happy to hold that long term, then I see no reason why. AMD is a good company long term. Do we actually make trades here live? Yes, we do. When there's trades to be made, it's we don't trade for entertainment purposes. We trade to make money. So when there's nothing to trade, we don't trade. Nobody goes broke taking profits. Yeah, absolutely. I've got that one. Nobody goes broke. Beware the devil horns. I'll get some of those. I think I can get some of those devil horns. So there you go. You don't go broke taking profits. So if you stick around, Finger, we might actually see some trading, but we've got 5 minutes to the bell. We'll see some volume come in, hopefully. we'll get something worth trading. So there isn't anything at the moment. DWAC, no. There's an argument for a head and shoulders here, which could then move back up towards $25, but it's a very soft argument. Or inverse head and shoulders, I should qualify inverse head and shoulders. Head and shoulders bearish, inverse head and shoulders is bullish. But it's a very weak argument even so. $24.50 is the neckline. So it breaks $24.50, let's see. That's DWAC. Grab, moved up, now moving back. So selling off. It didn't have great volatility anyway. We're 2.5 cents on the ATR, so there's no volatility there anyway. But you could short this. Just nothing to trade at the moment. It's going to be sitting on you. And this is the thing. The money's made in the waiting, not in the trading. That's another saying. Maybe that should go on the mug. But the money's made in the waiting, not the trading. So wait for the setup. Don't just jump in because it's a quiet day. And at the moment, this is a very boring day on the market. It's very, very pedestrian. It is pulling back a little bit. The S&P 500 is pulling back a little bit. So we're now at the levels we were after hours last night. But it's very sideways. If you look at this on the 15, you can see how it's just choppy sideways. We've not actually broke any significant lows, but we didn't break any significant highs. So it's just choppy sideways. Heartbeat just sold off, moved up and sold off. That's a terrible. Got the good news, good decent catalyst, decent newsworthy catalyst, and then just sold off. So I can take that off the watch list because it's not worth watching anymore. Come on, guys, nearly there. I don't know about the like count today. There's nothing to like. There's been no movements today. Let's have a look at these move ups. Can't really do that. Pally. That's horrible. That's horrible. Palisade bio. No. Let's have a look at Rumble. Is there a stock that you're watching? Let me know. We'll take a look at it. Well, as long as the market's pulling back, this is going to continue pulling back, Imran. So right now we're breaking lows. But if you look at the S&P 500, AMD takes its... so you probably get a little bit of a bounce here now. S&P 500 is moving up, so AMD should follow suit shortly, or it can continue selling off, but we'll probably get a green candle here in light of the S&P 500 having a green candle. AMC not doing anything. I thought that might do more this week, but no. There's literally nothing on the gap scanner above that. So we've got 30 seconds left. There's nothing on the gap scanner above that magic number, 14%. We'll just change the scanners over. The regular session. Let's see what happens as the market opens. Excuse me. Grab selling off. Heartbeat. So AMC selling off, hard sell off. MSGM halted. Looking for a couple of moves. IDBA halted. EDTN. Let's halt it to the downside. Oh, Palisade Bio's kind of moving up, but nerdy. Can't really go with that one. Sirax. Oh, the volatility there is huge. Ah, that's the scale, I guess. It's only $1. Zim. Here we go. Broke pre-market highs. Got a pullback here. Make some off with $250 there. 550. Just added to the position. I'm going to add back in a minute. This is a pullback. Well, the spreads are not bad. Oh, let's see if we can get some movement up here. Back up to 29.20s, 29.30s. Retest the highs. Halt is way off. We're at 31.60s on the halt, so we're nowhere near that. We don't have to worry about that. Catching some resistance at $29 now. Breaking lows. Like that. $29 is a bit of a fight at the moment. Well, the volume's dying off. We're going to lower volume at the minute. Amazon selling off with the market. No, market's actually bulling. Moving on. Well, this is, I'm going to have to get out of this. That breaks, continues to break. If it breaks the VWAP, I'm out. Bounce on the VWAP. What are you doing, Zim? Zim integrated shipping. Not holding up. That's a big upwick on the 5 minute. I'm just holding this long, a little bit longer than I need to. Way too long. I should have been out of this at 28.75. This is holding this more in hopium than anything else. This is bad strategy, bad risk management. Don't do what I do, kids. The low on the 5 minute was 27.90. Down at 28 now. So it looks like it's going to break lows. Stop in place just below the low of the previous candle. Yeah, Grab's trying to move back up. Just broke the VWAP. I have this 5 minute candle is 28.68. Bounced at 28. Low of this candle on the 5 is 28.01. That's where it found support. Let's see if it moves up now. Needs to get over the and hold over the $0.50. We'll move back up. Grab didn't. It's retesting the VWAP as support now, but it's breaking below it. So Grab's not looking particularly bullish either. $70. 28.70 I'll add to the. Brought back above the VWAP. Bring that stop up. Reduce my exposure a little bit. And a potential flush down. Needs to find support at the VWAP and bounce back for the move up. So we broke back above the VWAP. Support here at 28.30 and then a continued run up. Not particularly. I mean, this is a inverse cup and handle, so it's very bearish looking. So upside down cup and handle. Well, that was a terrible trade. What's Grab doing? Selling off. Grab's moving, Grab's selling off. Way below the VWAP. A lot of just selling off. Let's see what we can do here. Broke lows, broke past this, just took a position at 330, just broke lows there, which was the opening range low, so it just broke lows there, so we're just gone short on Grab. $325. Have to try and recover that with base hits, I think. Who are you, Elsa? Captain. Just watching Grab selling off. It's meeting a little bit of support here. Breaks 320. This could move all the way back down to kind of 315. I'm just going to get it. 150 bucks. Okay, let's look for something that's moving. Let's have a look at gainers and losers, because right now, just the lack of volume across the board. And even Heartbeam, sorry. That's awful. Considering the good catalyst to move it up here, it's just sold off and not sustained. Yeah, I should have gone short when I realised that we had this inverse cup and handle. There's ETFs moving. So maybe you can get in, ride that up. InMed. InMed Pharmaceutical, 27% up this last couple of minutes. All right, come on, sort it out. What's going on here? Oh, last. So this is, looks like this is a so InMed moved up. Don't know what was going on there with the with regards to the slow display of the data. This is the top gapper on the day. It's back above $4. I might be interested. InMed Pharmaceutical advances a neurodegenerative disease program with Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada. Alliance grant funding. Okay. That's a bullish catalyst. Key data. Very small float, micro float, just under a million shares on this one. Okay. Or 10, maybe. The SPY selling off as well, breaking lows. But the market as a whole is just not great today. Yeah, Pineapple Energy. I'm not feeling Pineapple Energy either. AMC is just selling off as well. So let's have a look at Peggy. Get rid of that. Yeah, it's just sideways. So choppy today. So now we're below the VWAP as well on that one. This is InMed Pharmaceutical. Yes, do you know what, Captain? You're probably absolutely right. It's nothing worth looking at right now. Grab is selling hard. What's going on with my charts here? AMD selling off. Nvidia's got earnings this evening. That's selling off as well. Yeah, it's still got the resistance of the red-green line to get over, and there's just no momentum there. If Zim gets over 27.75, that might move back up again. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on that one on the other chart. What else? Grab, looking to bounce. Oxygen. Oxygen. Moving up. 375s. 16-cent ATR, so that's not bad. If it breaks the $0.75, this might move up. Why is it moving up? That's a good question. Good guidance. EPS, Q3 sales and guidance. Spreads are horrible though. Yeah, Don. See you later. $0.03 down on the ask. Or $3 down on the unrealized. I don't like looking at the P&L. Here we go. A 30-cent spread that just widened it. So we're caught between the spreads right now. I don't like these spreads, they're awful. We get over $4, that would be nice though. Oh, between the spreads, 25-cent spreads on this now, which is not ideal for a $3 stock. $21.5 on the ATR suggests that spread can be covered, but we'll see. Bounce on the VWAP here. It's the third top gapper of the day. Exogen. Just not huge volume. I&M. I'll take a look at I&M in a second. Grabs bouncing. Yeah, I&M's still moving. It's moving up nice. In Med Pharma, we didn't actually take one of those, did we? I&M's moving up nice, up at 450s. So if you're, are you done, Jim? Are you profitable? Are you green? This is definitely a case of get red, stay red day today. I think there's nothing suggesting that there's enough volatility to get me green today. We'll keep trading. We're only half an hour in. There's we might get something drop at the top of the hour. A nice something with a nice catalyst. Q rate halted. Lack of volume, it's just died off. And I'm getting 4 more with I&M because that's moving up lovely. At 450s right now. Hey look, there'll be another one, maybe. Might not be today. We're currently in the third top gap, at 21% up on the day. But no volume right now. We're just stuck in this trade at a loss at the moment, unless it moves one way or the other. Nice one. Go and enjoy your walk. Get some fresh air there, Jim. I'll be half an hour behind you. Well, AMD will move back up eventually. It's a good stock, it's a reliable stock. It's just how long can you afford to have that equity tied up? That's the question, Imran. Crypto or Forex? Neither. This is the stock market, buddy. This is equities. I'm being irresponsible with a degenerate gambler today. $0.10 down on the ask. Really should have got out of this. VWAP is 53. So that's my exit point. And my equity's tied up in this one right now, $70,000 worth. Just going to get out. If this breaks the $0.50, I'm getting out. Like I say, not looking great today. Too many horns in the chart. I'm telling you, there's a lot of them. Across the day, it's just red everywhere. The S&P 500 is looking like it might turn around now, so that might drag a few other things with it. This is not looking great, so I'm just going to get out. Right, I need a good. I need something good moving. I'm not going to swing for the fences to. Just need some good base hits. Get me back on track. Let me have a quick look at your AMD. AMD's coming around now, actually. Imran might be all right if the markets turn bullish. AMD might turn around. I mean, InMed's got a good. It's a good catalyst. Question is it going to continue now? Now that I've got out of that other trade. HD. What? INM Neville. I'm watching it right now, but it seems to have peaked. Having a bit of a consolidation right now. So, yeah, we might come back to it, but no, it's just got not got the volume. Well, I thought we might get at least one parabolic mover. Q-rate retail. I don't like trading this one. This is another one that it can give good gains, but it's very volatile and the spreads are always wicked wide. Pineapple Energy. So Q-rate retail, the 57, so that should resume at 5:07. We've got 2 minutes left before that resumption. INM pulling back a little. PWAC, yeah, bounced a couple of times on the 23 quarter dollar grab. Gets over 330, might move back up again after that hard sell-off. I doubt it, but we'll see. HDK is just... What's happened to HDK? HKD. HKD. Yeah, nobody trading that. S&P 500 trying to make a move back up. Bit of a cup and handle, I guess. Yesterday's IPO doing nothing. I&M trying to break highs. Testing the highs. New high of day currently is 465. A big volume bear just to move back up and test the highs and not break it. So we're in. Needs to get over the $3/4 level now. Get over the $3/4 level, 5's on. Current high of day 74, so it's rejected at the $3/4 level. Psychological levels, quarter, half, and whole dollars. I have this candle is 73, so it needs to get over 75. The high on the 5-minute is 74. Ooh, 74 again. There we go. We got hit 75 on the ask. Needs to sustain. Needs to get over 75. Tests $5. Getting lower volume levels. Oof. The gas from you, dog. Can we break the $3/4 level this time? What was resistance previously is now showing support at 362. I&M needs a bit more volume to break that level. $0.75. Just watching I&M right now. So this is InMed Pharmaceutical. Don't like this consolidation on the 1 minute. You get over 475, $5 is on for sure. Retail resumed. Higher, did it resume at $10 and pull back? Went up to $11. Direct retail, no, 950s. Again, he's done that on not very good volume either. So Pineapple Energy green on the day. Oh, PEGY. Well, the music's keeping us entertained, if nothing else. Pineapple Energy actually making a pop there. It's up at 320s now. This is not really it's not really my day today, is it? Oh, we'll see. Have a look at Nefera in a moment. What are we on? We've got 30 seconds for this 5-minute candle to complete. We've not gone anywhere since 10 a.m. So in the last, what are we, 15 minutes, we've just gone nowhere with this trade. We got in for the break of 460, got it at 465. It just didn't sustain. And that's been the story all day of most of these stocks. There's no continuation. One step forward, 3 steps back. Okay. 450 is my exit. $0.50. It needs to hold the $0.50 or I'm out. Pineapple Energy is looking nice now. There's no parabolic movers. This is the biggest mover on the day, is what I'm in right now. Figured it might. We'll get out there. Okay. We've got 15 minutes left. What's actually moving? Nothing really. Durate B, INMM. It pulls back to the VWAP. I might go back in, but grab, sold off, doing nothing. WSC, Pineapple Energy. Can't really do anything with that. That's just typical. And we're going to get the breakout now. Back in where I started. Pineapple Energy up at 330s. Testing 330. Well, there's not a lot else moving. I'm in the top mover right now, and I've lost $2 on it already. It's moved up 67% on the day already, and somehow I've lost 2K. So go figure. This was a nice place to get in here at $4. The break of $4. That was the right place to get in. Well, I've got to be saying the regular session, the regular hours are not much better than the pre-market hours today in terms of what's moving and the volume it's on. I mean, there's a couple of decent movers, but not on good volume, and that's the problem. So they'll pop up and then they'll just not sustain. Just sideways. Well, has anybody else managed to make some profits today, guys? Have you? How are you getting on? Let me know. Let me know what you've been trading today, guys. Let me know what's been working well for you, what's not. Are you finding it just as choppy and difficult as I am today? Like I say, let me know. Are you trading the ETFs there, Timothy? Yeah, I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'll be back at it for Power Hour tonight there, Captain. So don't worry about it. Thinking I really should just cut this and get out. Just put it down to a bad day. Another bad day. We're having a few of those this month. I knew we had. No, I'm not going to give up. I had five green days in a row. So it was a nice little streak I put together. So I'm not giving up on this one. I mean, yeah, we're down at the moment, but I've come back from better situation. But granted, I've come back in a hotter market, and that's at the moment what's making me doubt potential for recovery here. Is just the market's too cold. Should really have stayed out of the market with stayed away from Zim. Look at the volume profiles. Lower and lower volume, not helping. ATR's got less and less. It's only 12 cents now. This was up at like 27 cents as the ATR at one stage when I got in. Two very low volume candles there. Slow and steady. What about that? This is just painful. And a lot of bullish signals, but just not following through. I mean, the down wicks are a bullish signal, which I'm seeing quite a bit of on the 5-minute, just not following through. Grabs a steady incline from the sell-off. Amazon. Amazon down. It's underneath the VWAP. It's looking very weak today. Down at 96.20s. So Sammy, Amazon's not doing great. But then again, neither am I today. we're testing lows again. We're under 450. I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the day. Bottom of the hour. I'll be ending the stream at the bottom of the hour, whether I'm in or out of this this trade or not. But I think I'm just going to lock it down as a bad day. That trade on Zim set it up for seeing red. The market's not doing anything. Market's just very choppy. I mean, slightly downwards trending, but it's very choppy sideways. All the stocks that are in it are choppy sideways too. Everything's just not, you know. Alexander, you're absolutely 100% absolutely correct on that. Forcing trades, and I wouldn't mind, but I said this at the beginning of the stream whilst there was nothing to trade pre-market. I said the money's made in the waiting, not in the trading. Impatience, lack of discipline. And we're going to break out finally. Probably not. Made a little bit back. But that's just in the hole today. Super, absolutely. I think I'm going to take one more try to see if it goes my way, and then I'm done. And that's not the trade I'm looking for. But we'll see. Hey, look, it's one of those things. I'll be back for Power Hour. I don't feel like I'm done today. Just nothing moving though, that's the problem. There's just nothing with decent worth putting the money in. But it is what it is. I'll finish up the stream here, and I'll be back for Power Hour. So that's 3 p.m. US East Coast. That's 8 o'clock my time. UK, Ireland. So that's 8 o'clock then. So I'll be back then for Power Hour. I'm going to finish my finish working on my merch store in the meantime. So I will keep an eye on the market. If there's anything worth trading, I might take a try, see if I can recover some of this haul. But at the moment, it looks I've got a 20k drawdown to recover from. So another bad day at the office. We're having a little bit too much of that in November. This is the 4th red day across the board in November, I think. Let me just have a quick double check on that. I think it's 4 red days in a row now. No, not 4 red in a row. So the 2nd of November, the 7th and 8th were both red days, and today's a red day. So this is the 4th red day of the month. Not ideal, but we still got 9 trading days left. 8.5. So let's see what we can do. Okay, guys, I'll end the stream, and we'll be back at it later in the evening for Power Hour. Catch you guys there.